Hey, how are you doing? In today's video, I would like to show you a way how you can live your life in abundance. And abundance is a huge topic, and before I start off, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also like the video if you liked it. Right, so abundance. I'm speaking today about living the life that you would love to live, yeah? And there are so many like misunderstood, beliefs, especially about money. And it all comes back and comes down to what and how worthy are you actually feeling? Like for instance, if you're going somewhere in a supermarket or wherever and you're like, no, I cannot afford that. That simply shows that you yourself are not feeling worthy of that, whatever it might be, right? So you're actually reflecting into the universe your own feeling of unworthiness. And a basic truth is for you and me and all of us to really understand is that we live in a universe of abundance, so that there's everything and for all of us here, if we simply make the choice to live our life in abundance, and if we simply understand that it is, as a human being, our birthright to actually live our lives, that you live your life, that it is your birthright to live your life in abundance and with joy on all levels, right? So the first step is really this realizing, okay, what am I, how worthy am I feeling, am I myself are, right? So maybe reflect on that. And of course, I mean, it's not like that we just go around and say, yeah, I'm worthy of whatever, and we just, without any responsibility, just kind of throw out our money or money that we don't have. It is about the conscious, like responsible that we're taking with that, but at the same time, just feeling into yourself and feeling, what is it that I would really from the bottom of my heart love to experience in my life? And I will never forget the one thing that was about, when was it, 2012, I so badly wished to go with both my kids to India, because I was brought in Asia, in Malaysia, and I always wished to show my children, other parts of the world, because at that time we were living and they were brought up in Austria, in Europe, in Vienna, and I always, had this really deep urge of wanting to show them other beautiful places that there are in the world. And I will never forget 2012, I thought, okay, right, now is the time. At that time, I was actually just building up my being self-employed, as a body worker, as doing shiatsu. And of course, I did not have, loads of money, like as a backup or something, right? So, and still, I learned about abundance, and I learned about, okay, how much am I valuing myself? How much, worthy do I feel? And I will never forget it. Like, we planned to go over Christmas, like 2012-13, that year. And I think it was end of March or something like that. And I can remember I had just only the money to pay for us three to pay the flight to go to India. And of course, as I said, being a single mom, I had to pay it all on my own, kind of, yeah, and then with my new business as well. So it was a lot for me. And what I did in that moment, I thought, okay, universe always rewards when you put out yourself the feeling of being worthy, right? And the second step is when you take action. So what I did is I took all that money that I had only for the flights, and I had no more, yeah, and I spent all that money for the flights, not knowing whether I had any money, to live off while we were there end of that year. And the next thing what we did was also, I remember I had my both kids, we were sitting at the table, and I told them, right, look, we are the creators. Let's all sit down, all three of us close our eyes, and my son was, I think, 14 or something, or 13, and my daughter was 9 or 10 years old. And then I explained to them and said, okay, look, let's all close our eyes together and let's focus all and envision ourselves, us three, being there, being at this beautiful beach, totally happy and enjoying our time, enjoying our life, and just feeling in pure bliss. And we were all sitting there and we were all doing it together, because I also told them, when us three, we combine our energy, this energy that we're sending out in order to manifest things, multiplies, right? So we did that. And even though I had not a single cent more, by the time it got to, flying off mid of December of that year, what happened? Universe provided me with enough money to be able to be there with my children for 1 whole month, and it was just the most beautiful and amazing time for all of us. And since then we did it every other year, because every other year my kids were at their dad's place over Christmas and New Year's, but every time I had them, we would always go on a trip like that. And we would always, go through this ritual, sit down, think about, see ourselves, picture ourselves, imagine ourselves being super happy at the beach, and it always worked out. And I just wanted to share this story with you, just to, if we send out into the universe, this is such a deep wish that I have, and I would so much love to enjoy that from the bottom of my heart, then that's the thing. Universe gives us ways and things happen. And at that time for me, I had enough clients paying. I even had some clients, like buying Christmas gifts of my treatment methods and so on. So I was provided with enough money to pay for all the three of us, right? So, and this is the same for you. You can also do that. But again, if I send out this belief, and I could have done, saying, no, I'm a single mom and I'm building up my business and I haven't got enough money, we would have never got there, right? But by, trusting in universe, by actually trusting myself, by putting it out there and saying, hey, this is what I am worth of doing. And the same thing I also had with my beautiful apartment that I had in Vienna. In the beginning, people used to say, whoa, that is expensive, and can you afford it all on your own? And that was actually the same thing, because I knew, even though I was living in a city and everything, I knew for my well-being, for the work I did, working with clients, I knew I needed green, I needed the nature, I needed trees and a garden around me. And so I invested also, and I said, yes, I want this apartment because it is for my highest good and for the highest good of everyone, right? And that is also another important thing if we think about that we would like to create abundance for ourselves. It is the best, first of all, to also do it from a place of integrity, meaning, like including other people as well. What are the benefits maybe for other people there as well in your wish? Because the more we send out our own, dream and thanking for that and envisioning that, and the more we include other people in it as well, the more we will get blessed to receive it as well, right? So for me, having also this apartment, surrounded by beautiful green nature in the city of Vienna, was also that I was in a better place to do a better job, better work, with giving my clients the highest quality of energy work and what I was doing at that time, right? So yeah, give it, I really invite you to, we tend to put ourselves down, we tend to compare ourselves with others, we tend to try to hold tight, but money loves action, right? It loves that we, first of all, really is the self-value. I am worthy of that. So I put it out and then trust and wait, and you will see, you will, synchronicities will take place. Your faith will be and is rewarded. And that's what I always experienced, especially if you are, for instance, self-employed as well. Being self-employed usually very often is like up and down. But it never comes to the point where we really kind of, lose everything. Usually, when we live from a good heart, when we live in integrity, then we are always rewarded, and we are always guided, and we are always looked after by the universe, because we simply live in a universe of abundance. And it is simply for you to make the new choice and saying, yes, I open myself to fully receiving abundance from now on, right? And then be grateful for all the things that you have, because being grateful always puts you into this receiving mode. And then be blessed and see what happens. Right? So I hope this was of help for you, and live your life and be blessed. And another thing is, the more we judge something, the more we say, no, I don't like it, blah, 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 blah. Money is just an exchange for value, right? And it is also energy. Money is nothing but energy. And when everything that we love loves us back, everything that we blesses us back. So consciously also say, money, I love you, yeah, because it gives me the freedom to do what I want, because it gives me the freedom to live the lifestyle that I feel I am worthy of, and you are worthy of, and everyone on this planet is worthy of, right? And then it loves you back, and you will be rewarded by that. Have a beautiful day in fully abundance, and seeing you are worthy, and this life is meant to be in abundance, to be lived in abundance on all levels. Simply make the choice. I open myself to living my life in full abundance on all levels.